Nelson in my book, honestly. If you haven't already tried the Chobani blueberry creamer, what are you doing? You need to get on that immediately because that is the best coffee I think I've ever had. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to another work from home day in my life. My name is Brianna. If you're new here, I work a typical 8 to 5 job in a hybrid schedule. So today I am working from home all day. And I love these days because I feel like I'm always the most productive. So I got to wake up, enjoy my morning, go for a nice run, have a shower, make my coffee, on eye patches, do all the fun things right before I had to log in. And now I'm getting started with work. It is a little past 8 o'clock now. Been working for a little bit. Today we have a pretty relaxed day with work. I don't have any meetings on my calendar, which is huge. If you're new here, I work in the environmental field and a majority of my work is honestly heads down computer work. A lot of permit reviews, report reviews, sample reviews. I have a pretty long laundry list of things I need to review. How many times can we say the word review? That will be a majority of what I work on today. I'm like fighting to not chug this whole thing right now because it's so good. My first tip for working from home is to try and romanticize the little things in life. This morning I was lucky enough to go on a run, but normally even if I don't do that, I still like to have at least 30 minutes to myself in the morning. Have a second to kind of be selfish for a moment because I feel like the rest of my day is just serving for other people. When you're working, that's pretty much all that you're doing all day, trying to get dinner ready, walk the dog, do all the things that are for everyone else. Starting your day by filling your cup first just makes all the difference in the world. It helps separate your work life from your personal life because as we know, working from home, those things can definitely bleed into one another. So finding balance between the two can be really hard, but a necessity, something you do have to be conscious of first thing when you wake up. But yeah, my calendar is probably the clearest that it has been, knock on wood, in a hot minute. Because the beginning of my year was so busy. I feel like I'm finally in a little bit of a lull. But then I look at my week next week and it's packed. So I'm gonna take the wins where I can. And that is this week. I have a coworker asking me some questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer them and we will check in a little bit. So I just have a quick break in my work. So I'm gonna take this time to just blow dry my hair really quickly, spend literally 5 minutes to try and make my rest of my day better. The quickest way for me to style my hair when it's like this is to just do this blow dry brush. It takes literally 2 seconds. I already have heat protectant in my hair from the product that I sprayed in it this morning. I run this through it just to smooth it out a little bit. That literally took 2.5 minutes and my hair looks 1,000 times better. I will say that is a perk of having very thin and fine hair, is it takes quite literally 2 seconds to do it. We're gonna just step over to my desk really quick and put on a tiny bit of concealer. I haven't found like a great way to store my makeup brushes. They're all just kind of like in this little pocket here. And every time I open up my bag, it just like, they fly everywhere. Okay, I don't do a whole lot when I work from home, but again, it's the 5 minutes that I take to get a little bit ready that makes me feel just so much better. So for me, I just like to have a little bit of concealer on. I feel like it makes me look a little bit more awake, more put together. And then I'm gonna do my eyebrows. This is just a great look for me. Okay, I always have to gel my eyebrows. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm gonna just take my beauty blender and try and blend this out a little bit. And that is the look. It's nothing crazy at all. I'm gonna take a little bit of lip balm. This is literally Trader Joe's knockoff Laneige. We are good to go. This is the makeup in natural light. We're not trying to make it look crazy, like a great makeup, face full of makeup. It's legitimately just so I don't look like I just woke up. All right, so it is, freaked me out for a second. I forgot our power went out yesterday and changed the time, but it is 12:30. I'm taking a break for lunch right now. I need to pick up this whole sink of dishes that are all just sitting here waiting to be put away. I need to fill up my water because I have not been drinking this and I've already had 2 cups of coffee. So I need to do that. I drank this little smoothie while I was downstairs. It's perfect for breakfast, especially when I work from home, because it has 8 grams of protein and it's just super simple. Honestly, this is perfect for office or work from home. You know what I'm talking about? I usually bring some version of this with me to the office too, because I am not someone that can skip breakfast. So we are going to warm up our lunch. I'm gonna have leftovers for lunch today. I made ground turkey bowls the other night for dinner and I have leftovers from that. So I wanna warm that up, and while that's heating up in the microwave, I'm gonna see how much of these dishes I can get done. All right, it's not very aesthetically pleasing, but this is lunch. If you haven't tried making this bowl yet, you really should. It's supposed to put cottage cheese in here too. I just don't have any, but I don't really think it's that necessary as long as you have an avocado. But it's so good, and I could eat taco meat basically every day. I wanted to kind of just go over a couple of more tips that I have for working from home. First of all, working from home or having the ability to have a hybrid work schedule is such a privilege. I really know that. And it's so easy, especially when you're starting out in a hybrid work environment, to kind of just fully take advantage of all the benefits of it and either not be as productive as you would like to, or vice versa, be fully invested in your work and not really get to enjoy any of the perks of working from home. So my biggest tip is to have boundaries. When I say that, I mean have strict time boundaries on what you can and cannot do throughout your house. Like I said, I started work at 7:30 this morning, and even though I was awake before then, I did not turn on my computer or start working until 7:30, because I wouldn't do that if I was in the office. So why would I do that if I was at home? It's so easy to wake up, check your email on your phone, or know that you have a pending project or an email reply that you need to get to right away first thing in the morning, and just pull up your computer and just work from the couch. And then next thing you know, it's been 3 hours and you're working from the couch and you never got to have a morning routine or set any structure with it. Same thing goes for lunch breaks. Take your lunch breaks. I know so many people that just don't take their lunch breaks. They'll just work straight through. They'll just warm up their food or get their food or not even eat lunch, which is a cardinal sin in my book, honestly, and work from their desk while they eat and just work straight through lunch. I cannot discourage that more. You need your lunch breaks and any other breaks that you get throughout the day to help you balance your lifestyle, just in general. My lunch breaks are so sacred to me, but I'm very precious about only taking an hour and physically removing myself from my computer while I'm on my lunch break. So I will block off on my calendar when I plan on taking lunch for the day so that no one's calling me, no one's trying to Teams me, I don't hear my computer email going off. Everything is on do not disturb for the hour that I have. Because if you don't set that boundary for yourself, it's just natural that people will try to reach you during that time if they aren't taking a break when you are. I also try to be really conscious about what I eat during the day. It's also very tempting to have a fridge full of food and a pantry full of food of whatever I would want to eat throughout the day. I learned during COVID times that setting boundaries with yourself, at least during the work week, is so important in trying to maintain your healthy goals and habits. So that's my advice on that, is to definitely make sure you're taking your breaks, prioritize eating healthy during the work week, especially when you're working from home, and set those boundaries because the work is going to be there when you get back, trust me. So eating lunch took maybe 10 minutes. I also try to be really conscious about my screen time when I work from home, or honestly just when I'm working in general, because I am staring at screens all day pretty much. So I try to be conscious of getting off my phone, not watching TV, not doing any of that while I'm working from home on my breaks. So for the rest of my lunch break, Luna is taking a little nap. I'm probably gonna needlepoint a little bit, and if I don't have a needlepoint project I'm working on, I'll usually read or journal, or honestly just try and pick up around the house. I don't try to do too much cleaning on my breaks because honestly that's not what your break is for. It doesn't turn into a break at that point, it's just more work. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over to the couch, try to work on my needlepoint for a little bit, and then we will get back to it. So we are cozied up in our spot. You can't tell, but Luna is under here taking a nap. She's very tired today, and I'm going to break out my needlepoint project that I'm working on. This is, how cute is this bag? I got it from a Etsy seller that was doing like starter kits on Etsy. Obviously it came with like a canvas, needles, thread, and then it also came in this bag, and it's been the best. Like I love that they do that because it's so helpful, especially as a beginner when you don't have a lot of tools, to keep everything organized. I think this has to be one of my favorite canvases that I've started working on, honestly. It's this little see you later gator, and I've finished the whole thing. I'm just working on the background now, as you can see. I have it kind of mapped out for a 4x4 picture frame. I think I'm gonna give this as a gift, so it's really, really cute. I think honestly, I've considered just buying another one because I love it so much. I'm like, do I want one for my house too? No, it's very cute though. But the seller is an Etsy seller. She makes these, and her shop name is Bayou Point. Highly recommend. It's very cute. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, we are back in the office, ready to get started on work again. I brought down a LaCroix. Actually, there is something I wanted to bring up as another tip for productivity when working from home, because again, the monotony of working from home sometimes can be overwhelming, and you just get into this cycle. You feel bored, you have a lot more distractions here. So breaking up my workday on days where it's solely me driven, like I don't have any meetings or anywhere that I necessarily have to be at a certain time today, is a little bit more challenging. So structuring my day with a schedule really helps. So when I say that, I really mean to utilize time blocking. Blocking out a chunk of time on your calendar where you dedicate an hour, 30 minutes, however long, just getting heads down work done. But I blocked off an hour. It is 1:35 right now. I blocked off from 1:45 to 2:45 to get at least 3 of my permits done. So I'm gonna see how much of this I can actually conquer in that time and just see how much work I can actually get done in that hour. And you would be surprised, 9 times out of 10, I usually get all the work that I have planned and then some, and I feel so productive, and it's a perfect hack, honestly. And then afterwards I'll usually take like a 5-minute break and scroll through my emails, answer some people on Teams if anything happened through there, check back with my to-do list, that kind of thing. I need to get started on this power hour and actually be productive with work, and I will check in with you guys probably when I'm about to log off. We have wrapped up the workday, finally. I was really productive today. I definitely, when you just like get lost in what you're doing and you just like forget that time exists and you look up and 3 hours have passed. That's pretty much what happened to me. My power hour turned into like a power 2.5 hours, which is good. I got a lot done, but now I am absolutely exhausted. I am now going to fully relax. Usually after work, my husband gets home anywhere between like half an hour to an hour after I finish. So Luna and I will usually just hang out, chill, relax, watch an episode of something before he comes, and then it's like their little routine that he goes out and plays ball with her for a little bit. But we'll let her back out, play ball with her. And then honestly, we probably will just watch TV, hang out on the couch until it's time for dinner. I don't remember if I said, but we're having salmon, teriyaki salmon for dinner tonight, which I'm really excited about. And then we typically just eat dinner, watch TV more, just relax on the couch, enjoy our time off. And then right on schedule, Luna at 8:30 walks over to her crate, goes to bed, and we start getting ready for bed as well. So that's kind of the plan for right now. So I just had dinner and that salmon was so good. I've never marinated salmon like that before, and I highly recommend, because that was probably the best way I've cooked salmon, I feel like, in a very long time. But my day is just about done. I'm going to take off my makeup, brush my teeth, do my skincare, and then honestly probably get into bed and read a little bit before we go to sleep. So I'm gonna end off today's vlog here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please like and comment and subscribe. I do work style videos all the time. Yeah, so thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.